What's up, YouTube family? So, my friend Brittany, who's an artist, she asked me to show her some of my art. So, I thought I would take the chance and make a video for her. So, guys, I've told you before that I like to take songs, lines from songs or movies or even books, and see where I can run with them, and I call that interpretive art. And so I like to do, I can do landscapes and whatnot, but that tends to be just what they are, and I like doing things that people think. I minored in psychology, so I like to make people think. I like to mess with people's heads. It's kind of the evil genius in me, I guess. Anyways, so my first piece is probably one of my more personal pieces. It's On My Own by The Used. And as you can see, it's got me on the top of the world, and I'm kind of in a crucifixion type pose with spotlights on me. That goes twofold, because as a Crip, I'm always being looked at, I'm always being sized up, I think, and so I'm always in the spotlight, whether I like to be or not. When Joey and I are out, we're always either given a wide berth or whatever. And so, but on the same side, the other part of that is that I am on my own because after my first wife left me and my brother died, I felt that I had nobody. And so I've shown this one to you guys. And so it's got really a deep meaning to me. The second piece that I'm showing you is from the song The Bottom of a Bottle by Smile Empty Soul. And it's got a wine bottle, and it's got a heart in it. But inside the heart, you can see the word lie. Because you can get that high and that drunk and that feeling of euphoria, but eventually it's going to leave and you're back to square one with your thoughts. And so that's that one. The third one is even deeper, and I've told this one to Joey because it kind of resonates now with the way events turned out. It's Leave Out All the Rest by Linkin Park. Okay, when that song came out in the Twilight series, I heard it and I was telling Joey, I said, that actually sounds like a suicide note. And she's like, well, that's kind of screwed up, Jay. But I'm going to post the lyrics to all these. So see what you mean, what you think. But so I painted a piece of paper and I put the lyrics on that paper, and then I made the left-hand side of the paper be catching on fire. And, of course, we all know that Chester committed suicide a couple years ago, and kind of left a hole in the music map, as it were, because I mean, they were on top of their game. It's sad. And the last one I've shown you guys, and it's called Broken Trust. And it was a piece that was supposed to go to a client, and she backed out. She didn't show up for it. It was supposed to be for Christmas. And it was my most ambitious piece. It melds 3 songs together. Linkin Park's In the End, Breaking Benjamin's Angels Fall, and Five Finger Death Punch's Gone Away, which is, I believe, a cover of Ugly Kid Joe's Gone Away. Anyways, so I immediately got the idea of a sky and having a wing, angel wing falling, and like a hellish hand coming up to pick it up. And then I kind of went a bit literal with the Linkin Park, with the part that says, I put my trust in you, pushed as far as I could go. For all this, there's only one thing I should know. So you're probably wondering why, what this has to do with being in Crip. Actually, people, it's got everything to do with being in Crip, because it's not easy to do or work from a sitting position. I can't get up, so I have to figure out how to do things. I mean, I've done pieces as small as a little 1x1 canvas to a 5x4 canvas. And that was putting that puppy propped up behind me on the sink over there. Or the like Broken Trust had to be done over there on that trash can, so I have the height and so I could reach, because when you're on the table like I am with the laptop, I can't reach. I can't get that reach and be able to turn it and whatnot like I can with that trash can. So yeah, this has everything to do with being Crip, and I want you guys to know. I mean, you guys out there that don't think that you can do whatever, you know. You can do whatever. You just gotta figure it out. I mean, I did. The 5x4 didn't have to do with being an interpretive piece. It was actually a series of 4 that I did about being a Crip, and it was in my first art show. And the first 2 sold right off the bat and damn near floored me. I wasn't expecting to get a check for that much. And yeah, that was just the end all be all for that 3-day art festival. And those pieces went to hang in one of our banks. And that was just the coolest. So my point being is that, yes, you can do whatever you want. Put your mind to it and do it. Like I said yesterday, it's get the mindset of when you get published, when you get your art out there, when you get your music heard. Not if. If didn't do anything. If is like a broken, empty promise, because when you start saying if, you've already put a limitation on you. So get the thinking of when. Now, I want you to leave me comments below about what you guys do. If it's video games, if it's art or singing or writing, because I do my art, we both do art. Joey likes to do more abstract stuff, and we both are writers. I do horror and children's books, and Joey does fantasy. And she's starting to dabble a little bit into horror, which I'm proud of her for doing. But tell us what you guys like to do, and let's get it in our heads. It's when, not if, when. And with that, I'm going to say, be good to each other. We love you. Check you later.